youtube.com/the new TLR. If you want to see the screen, if you want to see the screen, if you want to see what's going on, jump on YouTube. youtube.com/the new TLR. You're welcome to stay on IG if you just want to be on IG and listen. But if you want to see what's going on, pull up on YouTube. Um, and I'm not saving this one on IG. I'll be saying that a lot and I end up saving it, but I'm not saving this one on IG. So we're going to get right into it for the people on YouTube and the people watching the replay. Welcome, welcome, welcome to a lunchtime lesson. You know who I am. If you're on my page, you know who I am. You feel me? What's up, Tranisha? Tranisha, if you want to see the screen, what's up, Sam? I am. And Tranisha, if you want to see the screen, jump on YouTube. Jump on YouTube if you want to see the screen, want to see what's going on. Shout out all the cousins that's always pulling up. What I'm doing with this one here, I'm gonna break down two sim trades that I took today. I did two future sims trade and one paper trade for options. And I just kind of paper traded the options in my head because I don't really try to take a day trade on the SPY or the SPX on a Tuesday or a Thursday because they don't have same day expirations. Except for every now and then they may have a same day expiration on Thursday. But let's get right into it, man. Let's get into it. I didn't use my normal liquidity run reversal on this one. I was using a basic ICT fair value gap trade on this one right here. Shout out to everybody on YouTube that's checking out the background hashtag Spider Gang. Y'all see it right there. Let me get my finger right where it is. Hashtag Spider Gang. Yeah. Spider Gang. Y'all see it. I'm in the way. But Spider Gang, yeah. But let's get right into it, man. Let me share my screen. Get over to sharing my screen. Y'all see how we doing? We fancy with it. Oh, you fancy, huh? For those that didn't check out the last video, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get straight into talk about how to backtest on NinjaTrader. And while I'm talking about how to backtest on NinjaTrader, I'm gonna go ahead and break down the sim trades that I did, right? And the reason why I did sim trades because I don't trade. Everybody know I don't trade live on Tuesday and Thursday. That's just part of my rule. Why? I don't know. That's just my rule. Just discipline, sticking to my rules. But let's get into it. So when I'm basically what I do when I'm initially starting to back test, right? Let me download the data first. Let's get into how to download the data. So downloading the data on NinjaTrader, right? You want to come up here to tools, right? Click on tools and go to historical data. Under historical data, you want to click on the load tab, right? And it'll say get market replay data. Boom, you go to get market replay data, and then you pick the instrument you want to get the data on. Let's get the ES. You can get the ES, you can get the MES. If you got a smaller account, you know what I'm saying, rock with the MES. If you got, a bigger account, rock with the ES. You know what I'm saying? Let's do the MES today. We did the ES the other day, so let's do the MES today. Then you pick the date that you want to download, right? I'm doing a day, so I'm gonna do the day. Boom, right? So that's how you get the data in. Okay, now Tim, I got the data in. How do I go back and use it? The way you go back and use it is, right, now that you got the data in, you're going to disconnect from your live connection, right? Boom, disconnect from your live connection, then go back to connections again, and you're going to click on playback connection, right? Boom. When you playback connection pop up, you notice the little box popped up that says playback. If I can grab it, this little box right here popped up that says playback, and you see how my screen just changed? My screen just changed because if you notice in my playback box, it was set to start on the 14th of February. And if you look over here down, well, I'm blocking it, you can't see it, get out the way, Tim. If you look over here, you see it's back on the 14th of February right now, because that's what was set in my playback date. And like for anybody that's just joining in on IG, go to youtube.com/the-new-TLR to see what I'm talking, to see the full screen. If you just want to stay on IG, that's cool. I'm going to save it on YouTube. It's not going to be saved on IG. So then once you put in, like, go to playback, right? Then you put in the date. You just select your date. And today I'm doing it for the date, right? And once you select your date, and then when you hit play, right, it's gonna see how it just popped me to the 21st. See how the screen just changed. If you look at it now, over here at the bottom it says the 21st. Last time it was on the 14th, because that was how far back we was. Okay, now that we there, let's go ahead and do what we do. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it. I'm gonna fast forward to, it's at 12 o'clock in the morning. So let's get to around by, let's go to like 7:30. Now we go to 8. We'll go to 8 o'clock. Let's go, cause it ain't gonna take long to like set it up. We'll go to 8 o'clock, right? Go to 8 o'clock. Boom. So we set it at 8 o'clock. We on the 1 minute chart. So let's jump to 15 minutes. Let's start out like I always do. Boom. Let's look at the daily chart and see what's going on. See where we went. Let's see where we went. What we have done. I start out with the daily chart. Y'all know how I do. We start out with the daily chart. So I'm killing two birds with one stone. I'm showing you how to. What's up, Lex? I'm showing you how to back test with NinjaTrader, and I'm breaking down these two trades that we did. That's why I'm talking about all the back testing stuff, because I'm killing two birds with one stone. So, and again, for those just joining in, you said it's blurry. Kevo said, "Am I blurry?" Kevo said, somebody said it was blurry. Am I blurry? If I'm good, somebody put I'm good in the chat. If it's blurry, put blurry on YouTube. On YouTube. If it's good, put it's good. If it's blurry, say it's blurry. I see somebody said it was blurry. All right, it's good. Let me turn the autofocus off, because I might have moved my head and it was trying to find me. Try to get in my spot, then turn it off. All right, turn the autofocus off. I'll manually focus it. Boom. Okay. All right. So I turned the autofocus off so it won't lose me. All right. Here we go. So start out on a daily. Right. Let's see what we've done. Everybody know what we've been doing. We've been, you know what I'm saying? We've been Chop City. We've been Chop City, Chop City. Right. And we looking at, we looking at the candle. So here we go. This is fried. This candle. This candle right here is fried. This candle. Third, so we like in still in the downtrend. It's confirming that we still in the downtrend, right? Because this was the low we was hoping was gonna be confirmed as the higher low, and as you see, we broke that on Friday. I was talking about that on the live on Friday before we went on vacation. Like if we break this low, it's still showing that we in a downtrend. You know what I'm saying? So we still in the downtrend. So automatically, I'm looking for reason to sell. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for a reason to sell. If we in a downtrend, so I'm looking for a reason to sell. I ain't trying to go against the grain. I ain't trying to buck the trend. You know what I'm saying? The trend is your friend, some people like to say. So on the daily, I'm looking for a downtrend, right? Let's drop down, see what the 60-minute looking like. Here go with these stupid wicks. That's the one thing I don't like about NinjaTrader. Like, you see how we got this crazy wick? Like, when you been playback, when you start jumping between time frames, it'll give you a crazy wick. And I don't like when it do that. Okay, so the 60 minutes still showing, you know what I'm saying? It's at 18 in the morning, still showing. We had like a strong sell-off right there. Let me put in my 8:30 line. Let me get my 8:30 line in there. Stick an 8:30 line in there so I can know where 8:30 is. And that's something I get from ICT about the 8:30 line. That's something I got dropped to 15 minutes to get my 8:30 line. The 8:30 line, because like a lot of news and stuff come out at 8:30. That's one reason why, you know what I'm saying, he be talking about the 8:30 line. Get that out of there. I clicked on horizontal. I need a vertical line. A lot of news and stuff come out at 8:30. So that's something I get from him by marking the 8:30 line. And then that helped me to see, like, right around close to a time where markets start. I mean, the New York Open. New York Open is at 9:30. So I'll just mark it, boom, right there. So got my 8:30 line in there. And now, so on the 15 minute, let's go ahead and mark off what's going on the 15-minute. Right, we got these highs here. Boom, highs there, and we'll mark. Come on, open up. Y'all bear with me while I just mark stuff up real quick. Then I get into actually breaking it down. Breaking it down, breaking it down, breaking it down. Alright. Okay, so looking at which I just marked this one. Cause if I'd have came here at 6:30, I would have marked this low over here if I'd have been in here in the morning at like 6:30, 7 o'clock, like I usually look. I'd have probably marked this low and marked this high. That's those the lows and highs I would have marked, cause that's the most predominant swing high before 8:30. This would have been the most predominant swing low before 8:30, but since I started it at like 8 o'clock, it seemed like it's forming one right here. It's not formed yet, but it looked like it's forming one. So that's why I'm going ahead and I'm marking it early. I'm jumping the gun on this one. I really should just mark this one right here. I'm just going to mark that one there because that one's already made. I ain't going to jump the gun. I'm just going to mark this one here because it's already made. This one here, it looked like it's going to make one because it's only 45 seconds left on this candle. So that would be a swing low that I probably would like move that mark to. But for now, I'm just going to leave it on this one because this one I already made and I ain't going to jump the gun on it. Right? So boom. We got the swing low and swing high before 8:30 made. I'm bearish. I'm bearish on the day. So since this is the swing low and the swing high that I marked before 8:30, right? This is where I'm looking to try to get short from. I'm not gonna try to get short in the middle of the road. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I done got patient now. In my old age, I done got patient. It ain't really got nothing to do with old age. It's like losing money, getting into the middle of the fight. That's what got me patient now. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna try to get in nothing in between these two right here. I'm looking to get in as close to this top one as I can because I'm looking to go short. If I was looking to go long, I'll be trying to get in as close as I can to this bottom level right here, right? I don't want to try to get in the middle of the road, right? And everybody that know how I do this, right, this white line, my lines be disappearing. This white line is my previous day's close, right? So looking at this right here, coming back to Friday, let's find the I need to find Friday. Where's Friday? Over here, 1600. So over here, 1600 on Friday. Right there, boom. So there you go. That's the close. As you see, that match up with that line. That match up with that white line. That's the close on Friday right there. And it match up with that line. So that's my previous day's close. My other things are gone. I don't know why they done disappeared. My midnight open, lot like with the. Let me see if I can get them to come back. I'll change the instrument. Let's see if I can get it to come back. Now watch I mess up everything. Where did I download? Did I download the Did I download the See, it just did a weird wick. Oh well, I ain't gonna try to get it to come back because it's doing the weird wicks on me. All right, so let's skip forward to after the market open. We're gonna skip forward to after the market open because I ain't trying to hold y'all forever. And see where we trading at the time. You see how my line just disappeared? All right, let's speed it up to get up to. Why am I on the 21st? I'm tripping. Why y'all ain't tell me I was on the 21st? I need to be on the 22nd. Why y'all ain't tell me I was on the 21st? Y'all should have said, Tim, you downloaded the 21st. What day did I? Let me see what day I downloaded. Historical data. Edit. Market replay. Yeah, I downloaded the 21st. Y'all should have told me that. Nah. I done did all that work for nothing. Y'all should have been like, Tim, you tripping. You on the 21st. Now I got to go back through and get the right one real quick. Now I got to go through and get the right one real quick. There you go. Tools, historical data, market replay load, get data. I'll select the instrument. Oh, we said we was doing the MES. 22nd. Y'all should have been like, Tim, you downloading Monday. You tripping. You been on vacation. Why you downloading the 21st? The day the 22nd. All right. Connection. That's your fault, Tranisha. You was supposed to let me know I was on the wrong date. That's your fault. I blame you, Tranisha. 22nd. I know that. I got the end date on now. Okay, boom. Move forward. All right, boom. Play. There you go. All right, 8:07. All right, now let me get my 8:30 line in. No. I'm trying to get my. I don't have any lines on here. I know I just put some lines on there. Where them lines went? Oh well, they ain't gonna give me the lines disappeared. I just put more in. Right. Let me get my 8:30 line. Boom. Nah. Let me get my 8:30 line in here. Vertical line. Vertical line. Vertical line. 8:30. I already told y'all while I put the 8:30 line in there back when I was on the wrong date. Okay. So now here we go. Okay, so let me mark the swing highs and swing lows, right? Most predominant swing high, right there. Liquidity, right? Copy that, paste. This gonna be the most predominant swing low. Well, not the most predominant, but the most recent and most predominant. So we got a swing low over there, but this one right here is more recent. This one is more recent, and it's the most recent predominant swing low. Got a swing high right here. Those two real close, so I just went with the highest one that's off of there. So now I'm looking to go. We already looked at the daily. We know what's going on with the daily. So I'm looking to go short off of here. Same thing. I was just on the wrong day before. I'm looking to take a short here. If I was looking to go long, I'll be looking to take a long there. So now we done fast forward back to the right spot now. Okay, let's go. Let's zoom forward to market open. 9:33. See what it's looking like. Okay, here we go. Boom. 9:33. We're looking to go short off of here. We're looking for reads the closest we can to go short off of this area right here. So now I'm gonna go ahead and speed it up and let it go through. Why did it stop playing? Oh, let me slow it down. It's getting up in there. Let me slow it down. We getting up in there. Let me slow it down. Okay. So we done broke up in there. So now we look for reasons to go short. Now that we done got up in there, we look for reason to go short, right? Let me drop down to my lower time frame because we done went up in there. Oh, see that? Now my stuff coming back. Now you can see where I marked the fair value gap at right there. Now I got to back up because I done went too far. That's from when I did it earlier. And y'all see how it just popped in there. And see that crazy wick? Remember I told you sometimes be doing crazy wicks? Boom. See, not everything gone again. All right, let's speed it up. Let's speed it up because I don't wanna miss it. I'm just gonna watch it on the 2 minute. Let's hit play. I'm just watching on the 2 minutes so I don't miss. Okay, slow down, slow down, slow down. They go the gap. They go the gap. They go the gap. All right, so that's the fair value gap because I remember I told you I did it off a basic fair value gap. I didn't do the liquidity run reversal, right? So once it traded up past the area that I was watching, right, it broke up in there, and then I was looking for a reason to go short once it broke up into that right there. So once it broke up into there, I noticed that it made a fair value gap right here. I wasn't using my liquidity run reversal where once it get into the liquidity, it has to make a swing high, a swing low, you know what I'm saying, break the swing high, break it, you know what I'm saying. This strategy right here don't have all those rules. This is a basic fair value gap strategy that I was trading. So I'm looking to go short, right? So once it trades into the liquidity pool that I'm watching, I'm looking for a reason to go short off of a fair value gap near that liquidity pool, right? And so here's the fair value gap near that liquidity pool. I'm going to go ahead and draw it out. I put it on 1. I let it run at 1 while I draw it. Well, let me draw it out first just in case it started moving too fast on me. So I'm going to draw out this fair value gap that it made once it broke into the liquidity pool, right? So we got a fair value gap, right? Well, let me let it finish me because it ain't actually built all the way out yet, right? It ain't built. Let me drop to the 1 minute and see if it's built all the way out already on the 1 minute. Boom. So the 1 minute, it's already built. And you can see I marked it on the 1 minute. Because see how it came back when I came to the 1 minute? So it's already marked up. Y'all can't hardly see that. Let me darken this down. Let me stop this. I'm going to darken this down so y'all can see it. What if I go to 40%? Woo, that's bright. Okay, let's go with 30%. Can y'all see that box good? If you can see that box good, put a 1 in the chat. If that box showing up good on y'all screen, put a 1 in the chat. Okay, so I got the box darkened down so y'all can see it. Okay, I marked it on the 1 minute. So we're going to watch it on the 1 minute, right? So here we go. Looking at this high up here, I was like, man, that's kind of far. Let me check to see how far it is because the most I'm gonna take an L for on any trade, the most I'm gonna take an L for on any trade is 9 points, right? So I look at the top of this. What's the name right here? Cause I'm like, man, that's a far ways. So the top of that right there is at 56.75, 356.75, right? So I got to check to see if this gonna be where I need to get in to, you know what I'm saying, for my max loss that I'm willing to take, right? So 356.75 minus 9. So I got to get in. I can't get in no lower than 347.75 or it's going to be outside my max risk tolerance, right? So come down and we look at 347.75 would be a couple ticks inside the gap, right? So I'm like, okay, if it come a couple ticks inside the gap, or if it go all the way to the top of the gap, you know what I'm saying? That's gonna put me above the where I need to have my stop loss set at for this trade setup, and for my max loss that I'm willing to take. I can't take it no lower than 470. I mean, at 347.75, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and set it at. We're gonna set it at 348 even. That's what we're gonna set it at. So we selling at 348, right? We selling now. All right. So let me let it run because I can't get in no lower than that, or it's gonna be too much of a risk for me to take this trade, right? So that's where I'm trying to get in at. When it come back to that point, you don't have to set it up front like this, like what I'm doing now. Sometimes I will set it like this. Sometimes I won't. I'm just setting it like this because I got the luxury of having already taken this trade on my side. You feel me? So that's why I'm just setting it like that. So we just gonna wait for it to I can speed it up a little bit because I can't remember exactly. There you go. It picked me up right there. So boom, it picked me up there, and as you can see, Like my max, see that I told you my max is already set, and as you can see, it's like one tick above that high up there. You know what I'm saying? That's why I did the math on it to see. Let me turn my auto trail off because I got an auto trail on my thing. You see how it says auto break even enabled. Like once the trade gets so far into profit, it'll automatically move my stop loss. I leave it on for anybody that don't know. So in my ATM, I got it set up. Once it go so many ticks into profit, it moves my stop loss. It moves my stop loss down to I can't remember what I got it set at. I think I got it set saving like 5 points. I can't remember. We'll see once it moves. We'll see once it moves. Let me speed it up just a little bit so we ain't here all day long just watching a trade. But while I'm letting it play, let me tell you what I did. Explain the trade again and break it down again. You know what I'm saying? We started the daily, look at what's going on, got the bias, came to the 15-minute time frame, put in the most recent and most predominant swing high, swing low, and then instead of taking the liquidity run reversal, I was looking for fair value gap trades. You know what I'm saying? And with the fair value gap trades, once it go into the liquidity pool that I'm looking for, I'm just looking at a imbalance, looking for that fair value gap imbalance. You know what I'm saying? To go back in and get picked up on. You know what I'm saying? On any fair value gap. And so we found once it went into the liquidity pool here, we found the fair value gap right there. We found the fair value gap on the 1 minute, marked it out, and then I looked at the risk to reward. I'm like, okay, in order for me to be able to take this to go above where the risk needs to be set based off this trade and in accordance with my max loss that I'm willing to take, we did the math on it and decided that 43.48 was the number we needed to get picked up on. We didn't want to get picked up no lower than that. We want to get picked up there or higher. You see what I'm saying? So there, and that's how we took the trade. That's how we end up getting into this trade. Let me see, and now I'm just waiting to see what my ATM switch to, cause a lot of people, if you don't know anything about like the ATMs, it's like if you set your ATM strategy right, once it goes so far in profit, I'll break that down in a minute. I just want to let you see it actually work. Let me see if we gon' let me see if we gon' how many points is that? 40, 10 points? Oh, we in that 10 points. Let me speed this up, see what it's doing. I'm gonna speed this up. Is this the trade? I think this was the shorter trade. Cause this was the shorter trade. Yeah, this was the shorter trade. Yeah, it was. See, it's going back up. This was the shorter trade that I took. And then I took, cause I took what was it? Let me see if this was no, this might not. Let me see. When I took this trade right here. Let me see. 33. Yeah. This was the shorter one because it's gonna go back up. It's gonna go way back up and then it's gonna come back down again. So this was the shorter trade that I took when I went to this one here. And I took profit around here somewhere. And then I got into another trade later. Yeah. Yep. This the one. Yeah, cause I had already took profit on this trade right here, like over here somewhere. I think I got out of the trade at the EMA, I believe. If I don't quote me on that, cause it was just sim trading, and I wasn't really like following no hard and fast rules on it. But I think I got out of the EMA, cause this trade right here, it's gonna go back up again, and it's gonna go way up here somewhere. And then when it come back down, I got back into another trade. Oh yeah, cause it's after what time is it? 10:22. Yeah. I was out of that trade at this time. because the next one I got in, it was like 10 something. It was like 10 something when I got into the second trade. So yeah, that trade right there, I'm gonna just let it keep going. This right here it's gonna get stopped out. But cause it goes up. It goes up and it's gonna stop this out. Is this? Yeah, yeah. It goes up and it's gonna stop this out. See, yeah, and then it's gonna go. Now let me. That's gonna get stopped out. Yeah, yeah. Okay, and then the second one right there. Boom, boom. And we come back down. And then the second trade that I got, I think I got in. I got out at the EMA on that other trade over here somewhere. I got out. It was somewhere over here where I got out. But then this one here, this is the other trade right here. We went back up into this area here, and then we formed another fair value gap right there. If you can see it, if yeah, you can see that fair value gap right there. We formed another fair value gap right there, and I didn't mark it. I end up just taking it off of the same what's the name? I took it off the same area. I'm just gonna get in. I'm just gonna get in right here. I'm just gonna get. I took it off of the same um area. I didn't remake it because the fair value gap that it made was like right in the same spot, and then you can see splitting the difference of that gap is like right there in the same box. So I didn't redraw a new box for the fair value gap. And then when I be sim trading, I be like going ham with the trades. Like, you know what I'm saying? I be really testing it hard. I be testing it hard so I can, you know what I'm saying, when I get into a real trade, I really understand how it moves. That's why I was coming like back to back with another trade. Let me speed this up. Let it pick it up. Come on, pick it up. Hopefully I ain't missed it. It should pick it up. It didn't pick it up. Yeah. Let me back it up because it ain't pick it up. If you see how it went up and kissed it. This was the entry candle right there. See, I went up and kissed it right there. Let me back it up so I can show you how the ATM work. God dog it, Tim. I went way too far. So I can show you how the ATM work, and it disappeared on me. There you go. God dog it. Here, let me break this down real quick. All right. When I go in, I set up my ATM. Y'all see right there. Okay, so the stop loss is 9 points, 36 ticks. The profit target. This is my default ATM setup. The profit target is 108 ticks. That's like 27 points. And then the stop strategy right here. So once it get 72 ticks in profit, it says save 40 ticks. So that's 10 points. It's saying save 10 points once it get up divided by 4. Once it get up 18 points, save 10 points. Right? Once it get up 18 points, save 10 points. That's how you set the ATM. That's how you set the ATM, right? And then so I got it set. Now let me show you how it works. Let me break it down simple. So when you're setting up an ATM for Ninja Trader, right? I'm just waiting for this to get back to the time so I can get into the trade so you can see the ATM work, right? So when you set up your what's the name, right? You set up your strategy, right? So I'm looking for when I set this ATM strategy up and I hit like buy, sell, right click and leave it, it's gonna put me into an order with a 36 tick stop loss, which is 9 points, with 108 tick profit target, which is 27 points. It's 3-1, right? Right. So 9 times 3, 27 points, right? 27 times 4, 108. That's 108 ticks. So it's a 3-1 ATM that I got set up, you know what I'm saying, automatic. So if I don't want to change nothing, that's what it's going to be, right? That's what it's going to be. If I don't change nothing, I don't move nothing, right? And so the auto break even, the auto trail, right, is how you get the over here on the stop strategy side. And as you see, it say save 40 at 72. So when I go into that, it says auto break even profit target. When you put in the profit target, once it get to this amount, this is where I want you to either move it to break even, move my stop to where I tell you to move my stop, right? And so I put in 72 because once I get to 72 ticks, you know what I'm saying, move my stop to save 40 ticks, save 10 points. So once I get up 18 points, move my stop to save 10 points. So if this trade turn around and don't hit my 27 point target, come back and stop me out, I get stopped out 10 points in profit instead of getting stopped out 9 points as a loss. So I got it set to, even if, you know what I'm saying, even if it's like every trade I take, it keeps stopping me out at 10 points, I'm still making more on one win than I make on one loss. You see what I'm saying? I ideally want to get 3-1, but I get just better than one. So if I make this trade and I lose the next one, I'm still up. If I make my max target, I can lose 3 times before I'm down. You see what I'm saying? That's just my thinking behind why I set it to 40. Because my stop loss is 36. Once I get up so far, save 40. That way I'm always doing better. Okay, here we go. It's getting back to that time. So I'm gonna go ahead and set the order at what's this? We'll be at here. I might have just missed it. I'm just gonna get in sell market. I just got in at sell market just to get. Oh no, I'm in too early. I'm in too early. It ain't did it yet. That ain't the run. I gotta wait till it God dog it. Let me get out of this right here. I need to get out of this trade. I done hit the thing to cancel my what's the name?
Order submitted.
Let me get out of here. Close. There you go. Close. I hit close. Get out of there. Easy way to do it. All right, this the move right here. I thought I was at the move before when I was running my mouth about ATM. Okay. Do anybody understand that ATM? What I was just saying about how to set that ATM? All right. So here it is. This is after it went right there. So I just get in there. Now boom, I'm in there so we can watch how. Let me slow it down a little bit so we can watch how the ATM work. I can speed it up some. So we can watch how the ATM work because we got to get down. Let me change this to. Can I change this to points? How to change this to points? Okay, it's at 18 points, right? No, 18. That ain't 18 points. We need to get to. I don't. Oh, I think that was like something. I need this to get to 72, and then it'll move it down. Once this 26 get to 72, it'll move it down. Let me speed it up. Okay, 48, 44, 54, 56, 62. Let me slow it back down. There you go. See how it moved? Did y'all see it when it just moved? It went ching ching. And so once it hit 72, it ching chinged and then it brought it down to put it there. So now the stop loss is saving 10. Like if this go back and stop it out, it's going to stop it out at 10. If it don't get back there and it just keep going down, it'll go down and hit the target. So that's how the ATM strategy works. That's how the ATM strategy works. it'll go back and look like it's gonna go back and is it gonna stop it out? I don't know. But yeah, that's how the ATM strategy works. Do anybody I was just trying to kill two birds with one stone, showing how I did a fair value gap trade and show how to break down the back testing for hey, ain't no problem. Well, ain't no problem. I need stuff in digestible nuggets. You know what I'm saying? I be needing it in digestible nuggets, so I try to give it the way I need it. You feel me? I try to give it the way I need it. Do did I explain it clear on the whole setting up the ATM thing? Do anybody want me to go back through setting up the ATM strategy and the auto break even and all that, or do anybody need me to go back through how to actually get into the playback and all of that to do the back testing, or is that clear? Did I explain that clear? If you want me to go back through the ATM stuff, put a 1 in the chat. If you want me to go back through setting up the ATM, setting up the auto break even, you know what I'm saying, put a 1 in the chat. If not, we'll be good. Go back through, please. Okay, all I need is 1. If one person want me to do it, I'm gonna do it. All right. So setting up the ATM strategy. I see ones. Okay. So setting up the ATM strategy and setting up the auto break even. And as you see, it hit the target. All right. So when you first come in, it won't be nothing in the ATM strategy box over here. We looking over here on the chart trader, right? Right over here, it says ATM strategy, right? It won't be nothing in there. It'll say none, right? We just gonna do it from scratch. We're gonna do one from scratch together. So you drop down, hit the drop down, right? You see I got 3. I got 1 for the ES, I got 1 for the MES, and 1 for ZB, right? So we're gonna hit we're gonna hit custom. Let me stop this playback. All right, boom. We're gonna hit custom, right? So the first thing you got to do with your ATM strategy is set the ATM strategy up. Once you set the ATM strategy up, then you can put in an auto break even or auto stop. I mean, whatever, auto break even. I think they call it stop strategy. You can put in a stop strategy. Okay, so you want to pick the amount of contracts you want to defaultly get in. I set mine to 1. I set mine to 1 on the default because you can always, over here where it says order quantity, you can always change it here, right? When you change it here, it updates this quantity here. But you just doing this as your ATM strategy. You can scale by picking the amount of contracts you want to put on at that time. But I like to set my ATM up for 1 contract so that I don't have to try to change it after, you know what I'm saying? If I want to do less contracts, I ain't trying to do less contracts. I just like to set it up for 1, right? If you do set it up for multiple, you can break down separate targets for the multiple contracts. But I ain't going to get into all of that right now. So set the contract amount, set it for day, right? You got day, good to cancel, and I don't know what GTD mean. I ain't even going to lie to you. So I set it for day because you only want it to be good for that day, right? And then the stop loss, you want to pick what's your max stop loss you want for this ATM strategy, right? And if you got multiple ATM strategies, you know what I'm saying, you can figure out the stop loss. But, you know what I'm saying, we just going to go with my default, which is 9 points. So we're going to put 36 ticks. You know what I'm saying? Where you get 36 ticks from, Tim? It's 4 ticks in every point for the ES, right? So 4 times 9 is 36. So that's why I put 36 ticks as my stop loss, right? My profit target, I want to do a 3-to-1. I'm setting this up as a 3-to-1 profit target, right? So 36 times 3 is 108. That's 108 ticks, right? Because it's set up in ticks, right? So I'm doing a 3-to-1 risk to reward on this right here, and my risk is 36 ticks. My reward is 108 ticks. Stop loss 36 ticks. Profit 108 ticks, right? So because I'm doing a 3-to-1 risk to reward. If I was doing a 2-to-1 risk to reward and I had a 15 tick stop loss, then it'll be 15 and 30. You know what I'm saying? Whatever your risk reward gonna be, that's what you set it for, right? Now you go to stop strategy. You notice it say none, right? I got a couple of money here, but you notice it say none. So then you go to custom, right? It says auto break even. What's the profit target? So once this trade goes this many ticks into profit, right? Do this, right? So that's what the plus means. The plus means move my stop plus, you know what I'm saying, however many ticks, right? From when I bought it. So if I leave this at 0, it'll move me to the price that I bought it. If I put this at -5, it'll move me to -5 ticks from the price that I bought it. So I'm looking at mine was 72. Once I go 72 ticks into profit, right? Move my stop 40 ticks plus 40 ticks from the point I got in. So 0 is the point you got in, right? If you leave it at 0, it's gonna move you to break even, right? If you want to save profit, you put the amount of ticks that you want to save, right? I want to save 40 ticks. You know what I'm saying? Don't get confused about like from the price you bought it at. However many ticks you want to save, that's what you put in the plus category. I'm just explaining to you it's the plus because it's the price I paid plus this amount of ticks. That's what the plus is for, right? The profit trigger is once it get to this point, once it go these many ticks, right? Trigger this action and move my stop plus this many ticks. So if you put plus negative, it's going to subtract however many ticks. Like if you put -10, it's going to subtract -10 from the point you got in and have you at a 10 tick stop loss in a negative side. If you put 10, a positive 10 in there, it's going to save 10 ticks for you. I'm going extra hard on that just so you understand. And then once you set that portion up on it, you will hit save, right? You will hit save, and I already got one set up, right? So I'm just going to click it. And once you hit save, right, it's going to ask me, it won't ask you this, but you know what I'm saying? It's asking me. I'm just going through the steps for you. Boom. So, right, now that you save, now what you just did, you just saved your auto trail feature. Now you got to save your ATM strategy, right? The auto trail feature is a part of the ATM strategy. So it's two different strategies, but you save the auto trail feature first, and then you go back in and hit save template here, and now you're saving your ATM strategy, right? And so here's my 108 tick MES 3-1, right? Boom. So we're gonna act like I saved it. Cancel out of this, right? So now, boom, when you come in, you'll have it down here, MES 3-1, 108 tick. You name it, whatever you want to name it, right? So now when you select that, everything that you saved inside it stays. Because if I come here and go to edit that ATM strategy, boom, you'll notice under the stop strategy, that stop strategy template that I saved is automatically in there because I saved that as a part of the ATM strategy. You know what I'm saying? I saved that as a part of the ATM strategy. So now, whenever all right, so now I'm just going to back this up in time a little bit, right? We're going to go to, what count is this right here? I went too far. Let's go to 10:30. That's cool. Close enough for government work. Okay. Right. So we're going to let it run. And then I'm going to set it like I got it. Okay, we're going to come here. I'm going to take the ATM strategy out to show you like the difference, right? So I'm just going to hit sell market here. Boom. Right? It say order fill. You see there's no stop loss, there's no target, there's nothing because I had it set to none. There's nothing in there. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the trade. You know what I'm saying? I can go in and set a stop loss if I right click and I put in buy stop limit because I'm selling. So if I go in and hit buy stop limit, you know what I'm saying? Hit check, Boom. Now I manually put in a buy stop. You see what I'm saying? I manually put in a buy stop. You know what I'm saying? I can come down here and manually put in a thing, but I don't like doing it manually like that because when you go in and put in the stop and just say stop it down there, it'll leave that buy stop up there. Like if I put another stop down here, it'll leave that buy stop up there and it won't get me out the trade. Right? I'm just gonna close that. I'm gonna close that, then I'm gonna back up again, and I'm gonna show you what it looked like when you put your strategy on. Let's back up to leave it there. What time is that? That's the 10:40 candle, right? So now I'm gonna set my strategy. MES 3-1. So now I got my strategy set in there, right? Let me hit play. Let me let it play out, right? And then I'm just gonna hit sell market. And now you notice when I did it that time, when I got my strategy set, it has a stop loss and it has a profit target, right? And then since I got the trailing feature on there, now you saw it trailing before, but if I come in here and I turn the auto break even off, right? I turn the auto break even off. When it go, I'm gonna let it keep going, and it's not gonna move it. It's not gonna move it down once it go past that 72. You know what I'm saying? See it's at 73. See, it went to 73. It went all the way down to 73, but it didn't move the stop loss down because I turned the auto break even off. You see what I'm saying? I see it's at 76 right now. And since I turned the auto break even off, it never moved that stop loss down. And that's because I turned off that let me go ahead and close this. That's because I turned off the stop strategy. Because the stop strategy is a separate strategy from the ATM strategy. You see what I'm saying? So when I went into the auto break even and disabled that, how it said enable, when I disabled that, it said ignore this stop strategy. Don't move my stop loss. Don't move my profit target. And that's why I didn't move that time like the last time when I had it on there when you saw it like adjust down. That's why I did that. Anyway, any questions about anything that I did? I explain that clear? Was that clear enough? Are there any questions about the fair value gap trade? We revisited the ATM strategy. Is there any questions about the fair value gap trades that I took? I went through them kind of quick because we've gone over them before. You know what I'm saying? And it just has less requirements than the liquidity run reversal. It's just all about, it's more of like just going into the basic fair value gap with no other requirements is more of like a momentum play in my mind. You just playing the momentum. You playing it to come back, feel that fair value gap, and keep going with the momentum. You see what I'm saying? It's more of a momentum play. So you ain't looking to, that's why on this first one, I had got out at the EMA. Even though I don't trade EMAs, I know a lot of people trade EMAs. So when you start trading back down to this 200, I'm thinking, okay, it's going to bounce. And if you notice, it bounced off it twice. It bounced off that 200 twice before it finally broke through it later on. Because EMA traders be looking at stuff like that. Hey, 200 EMA, you're selling down to it. That's a reason to go long for EMA traders. So that's why I took it down to that EMA. I think I took it around the EMA or something like that right there. But do we got any questions on the fair value gaps or the back testing or anything else? Hashtag spy the game. Turn my autofocus back on so I'll make sure I'm clear. All right. I don't know if great explanation. Appreciate that. Appreciate y'all for tapping in, man. I appreciate y'all for tapping in. You can be anywhere else during lunchtime, but you here with me. All right. I don't see no other questions, so I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here. Ain't no thing, Tranisha. Ain't no thing, Tranisha. What it says, does fair value gap happen exactly after? What it say, does fair value gap happen exactly after breaking a level? A fair value gap can happen anywhere. I just don't take trades unless it's like I don't take trades unless it's up at the levels that I'm watching. I must have bumped this. How that got way back up there? I must have bumped that. So for example, if I mark this, let me go back. I ain't got my desktop up. Tranisha, you supposed to tell me that, right? Just say a fair value gap can happen anywhere. Cause if you notice, right? Let me open this up. It's a fair value gap right here. It's a small fair value gap here. It's a fair value gap there. You know what I'm saying? A fair value gap can happen anywhere. Right? It's a fair value gap here. A fair value gap is nothing more than just three candle pattern where candle 1 and candle 3 don't share price. Right? So you got a 3 candle pattern, right? Candle 1, candle 2, candle 3. Candle 1 and candle 3 don't share price. That's your fair value gap right here. See, when it sold back up into that gap, it continued down with the momentum. It's just like a momentum trade. You know what I'm saying? And so, but I only take them when they're close to the levels that I want to take it at. Like, I don't want to get in. Remember when I said I don't want to get in the middle of the fight, right? There's a fair value trade gap right here, but that's in the middle of the fight. This is the top. This is the bottom that I marked off. This was the top end. So I'm looking to get in, going short, close as I can to the top end. I'm looking to get in, going long, close as I can to the bottom end, depending on if I'm bearish or bullish for that day, right? So I ain't trying to you can take a trade here. Shout out to homie boy to trade a gap anywhere. If it's a gap, boy gonna get in. He ain't worried about where the gap at. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just taking my fair value gap trades when it's close to the extremities. I want to throw the rock and hide my hand. I ain't trying to get into the fight, you know what I'm saying, in the middle of I ain't trying to get into the trade in the middle of the fight. So it can happen anywhere, but I only take the trades when it's close to the extremities. Thank you for taking your time to share with us. Appreciate that. I appreciate y'all, man. I'm about to get up out of here. I see Doc tapped in on IG. Doc, if you want to see the video, if you want to see the screen and all that, I'm saving it on YouTube. It'll be in the lunchtime lesson playlist, and it'll have something about trade breakdown and today's date. So I'm about to get up out of here, man. I appreciate y'all. As always, y'all know what it is. #SpiderGang. Gone.